Are you serious about becoming a better angler? Increasing your catch rate? Then be sure to check out the Teachin Fishin subscription service. The Teachin Fishin subscription service gives you access to exclusive web programming, seminars, live events, articles, workshops, and more every month. Early registration times and discounts on classes, events, and fishing education weekends gives you first chance to guarantee your spot. Check out the Teachin Fishin subscription service benefits and sign-up information by going to teachinfishin.com and following the links.
Oh, so good morning. It's good to be back. Ben says good morning. It's been a long time. It has been a long time. I apologize for that. But, it's definitely been a long time. Del Roush, wakey. Oh boy. Good to see everybody and kind of get started here. Coffee hour. July 27th, 2020. We've been away for a little while. I'm not going to get into that too much. That's, a little personal. But feeling good. Got to the doctor finally. Feeling okay. Kind of got a plan. So we're on our way. Probably share more tomorrow in the Christian Angler chat room. Share a little bit more. But this is for fishing. But we do have a relationship with you guys. So, but yeah, I got to the doctor. Was able to kind of get some things figured out. A couple things that were scaring me ended up being nothing. Still got a few little tests to go to be sure. But just kind of getting back at it. So been a tough couple weeks. No, Forrest, I'm not. Not going golfing today, unfortunately. Actually, Carol, one of the things we talked about was one of the things that kind of gets me down and kind of gets me frustrated and kind of stops me from kind of being as good as I can be is the office is just not organized. My office is not organized. The whole place is not organized. There's tackle everywhere. There's stuff everywhere. There's paper everywhere. So Carol's vacation schedule reboots August 15th, and she has like 14 days of vacation left. So she's taking every Monday off for the next couple weeks to actually be in the office to help me organize. So I'm not gonna be able to play golf on Mondays. She's taking her time to come over here and help me get organized. That's one of the things that has been mentally kind of bugging me, is this place is just not organized. And I just come over here and I just get, like you guys do, right? You just get to a point where you just go, where do you start, right? And then you just kind of don't start at all. Or at least that's me. I know when I get buried under a pile of stuff to do, sometimes instead of just, one thing, just kind of working at it, sometimes I shut right down and don't do anything. So Carol's, I don't know what I would do without her, but Carol's taking the next couple Mondays off, using up her vacation time to come over here and help me get organized. So I think that's pretty awesome. Just kind of shows you what kind of wife I have. So, but it's good to see everybody. Gary Spiker, hi Gary. Let's talk this week about your trips. Mark Somerville, Mike Sorensen, Larry Kammer, Mike Natal. Mark Natal had a good, fun trip yesterday with Mark Natal and his daughter and friend and his son and then his dad. Just a good triplet yesterday. We'll talk about that in just a second. Bobby Green, Dougie Ward, Captain Doug. Captain Doug has been a big help to me the last couple weeks. Helping us get on fish and giving us a report from where he fishes. He fishes up closer to Augray and that Pink Pine area, and then a little bit over to the top part of the east side. But he's been in touch. We've been in touch almost every day, once or twice. He's getting ready for a trip this morning. Good luck, Dougie. But he's been kind enough to, share information what's going on up there. So maybe I don't need to run up there, and we've kind of shared with him what's going down below. So it's been a new, not just a new part not just a new person, part of Teachin Fishin, but a new friend, and a new contact up there in Saginaw Bay. So good luck today, Dougie. Be safe. Ray Smith, Tom Miranda, hi Tom from New York. Joe Zyla, hi Joe. Jeff Malinowski, hi Jazz. Roy Miller, I had a good trip with Roy Miller and some people from his church a couple of weekends ago. That was a fun trip. Steffi Aker, hi Steffi. Garrick Smith, hi Garrick. Jeff Lanthier, Jeff Willis, everybody's here. Rick Kammer, Jeff Howe, Jeff Willis, hi guys. Good to see everybody. All right, so let's get right into this, and then what I want to do is I got a whole stack of life jackets here I want to talk about, but Jeff's got a question. He says, he has a question about his HDS Live. He'll send an email. I have to leave him, won't hear your response. Okay. There you go, Jeff. Perfect. Paul Putnam, Mitch Lidge, hi Mitch. Corey Brown, hi Corey. Teamwork makes the dream work. Yes, it does, especially when you're trying to figure out where fish are in such a huge body of water. Ben says, my wife may want me to sign a contract to keep it clean. She did tell me last night that this is the last time she's helping, because she has helped before. So that's true. Good. Fishing's been good. Just a quick fishing report. Fishing's been good on Saginaw Bay. We found some fish on the east. Let me back up. Running. So those divers, they help. They definitely help. John says he got most of his fish trolling in the wake. It was the only clean water. Yeah, that's, it stinks, man. It stinks. Jeff was on the Deep Little Ripper and Bandit Bee Shads last week. I thought about Deep Little Rippers, Jeff, because they're about the same as that Flicker Minnow, number 7. I didn't have my Deep Little Rippers in my boat. That's good to hear. Deep Little Rippers. I thought about those, but I did not have them in my boat. That'll teach me, huh? Danny Demigalski, hi Dan, says, I fished Erie on Saturday. Small spoons was the initial bite, and then it died. Kept going through the speed, depth, size, action, color steps until I got dialed in. They wanted larger, slow wobble crankbaits and chartreuse, thanks to the 8 steps. Danny, thank you. Man, oh man, that makes me feel really, really, really good. Perfect. Lawrence says he's got his new ditch bag nearly complete. We're going to talk about Pfds here in a second. And, like I said, when the whole thing happened, I thought I was dialed in pretty good to safety. Whew. I've kind of had to rethink a few things. So good to hear Lawrence got his ditch bag. I know Ron Merber's been working on his ditch bag. It's definitely something that we are much more cognizant of. I always thought I had it right, that I was okay, and I was. Look, my safety protocol was okay. In a situation where you could die, okay is not good enough. So I had a guy get cut yesterday in the boat, went into my first aid kit, and somehow it had gotten wet. So luckily all the stuff that I had bought in my first aid kit comes in, it's separated, eye care and suture care and basic first aid, and they're all in waterproof bags inside another bag. Well, the bag had gotten wet, and I had added some other stuff to it, some extra Band-Aids, and that stuff was soaked and was useless. The stuff inside, that came with the kit was good. I was able to do it, but I brought my first aid kit home from the pontoon. We're going to completely redo that and rethink that. So I have one of those bags, that we sell. First aid kit in the red bag. It has everything I need. But, that pontoon does take some water over the front, and it washes through, which is fine. But then that moisture gets on stuff that's underneath the seats. My first aid kit is not. It's all there and all good to go. We were able to patch up Mark yesterday. But I got to rethink my first aid kit because I need to put it in something, in the pontoon specifically, in something waterproof. So, all these little things we have everything we need. Our plan is good. Our plan is, let me put it this way, our plan is good enough. But I don't know that I want to trust my life to good enough. So we're making some changes, and we'll walk you through those as we go through them. Dougie says networks are so important. Jeremy Crosby is a good fisherman, absolutely, and a piece of the puzzle up there on Saginaw Bay. So, it's funny. None of us that are successful on big water, and I don't care who it is. Have a good day, Dougie. Be safe, brother. Catch a bunch. I don't care if it's Saginaw Bay or Lake Erie or the Detroit River. To be consistently successful every day, you have to have a network. And that network can be the Teachin Fishin Anglers Club, where you're sharing information. It can be the educational forum. It can be Metro Detroit Walleye Stalkers. It can be, if you're going to Lake Erie, Matt's site at Slow Trolling LLC. It can be Pro Walleye. Johnny Gall does a great job at Pro Walleye with fishing reports and information. I mean, he's always got good stuff on his site. It should be all of those, right? It should be all of those. But you can't beat a personal network. Somebody that's on the water every day. Especially a situation like Doug, right? Doug fishes from Augrey down. I fish from Linwood up. There's no reason for us to pass each other. That's why I got to know Mark Podonzak. Mark Podonzak's a good friend of mine. We kind of knew each other, but every day on the Detroit River, Mark launches up at the mouth of St. Clair. I launch at Wyandotte. And about 3 times a week, we'd pass each other underneath the Ambassador Bridge. There's no fish where he's at, so he's coming down where I'm at. There's no good fishing where I'm at. I'm going up where he's from. Finally, one day we met in the middle and said, dude, if you're going to come down, call me. He said, yeah, if you're going to come up, call me. So now I don't have to run, right? So having that personal network, especially guys that fish, number one, guys that fish out of different places or fish different areas than you do is important. Number 2, guys that fish different than you. So if you're a crankbait guy in the area, you need to find a worm guy. You need to find a spoon guy. What you don't want is another crankbait guy who fishes the same place. That doesn't tell you anything. It tells you the same information you have. So you want to build your network with guys who fish different and fish different places. So now you have a lot of good information. So, and Corey Brown asked us about tournament fishing. I don't know if it was here or whatever it was. But I'm going to get a few of my tournament buddies together. We're going to do a Zoom meeting. We're going to get it scheduled for August. I'm going to do a Zoom meeting so we can get 5 or 6 people on at the same time. And I want to talk to them about how they network, how they prepare, how they break up preparing for a tournament amongst the guys, and how they share information. I think it's important not just for tournament guys, but for other people too. So Kevin says the Spro Mad Eye Minnow Diver has been hot. I've got some of the little ones. I'm trying to figure out the dive curve. I had a couple in the water yesterday. I caught 1 fish on it. Not because they don't work, just because I don't know exactly what the dive curve is. So I'd like to play with those. I really like the action on them. So we're working on that. Hi, Debbie Peterson from Angler Management. Her and her husband Brad run Angler Management Charge up there in Linwood. They're now over in Manistee. Only got one time this year I'd actually sit down and talk to Brad and Debbie. That was kind of sad. We usually get a lot of time to talk, but this year has been just kind of weird. So hope you guys are doing well, Deb. Jimmy Steele, hi Jimmy. Everything's good. We're hanging on. Ben's on his way to a meeting. All right, Benny, have a great day, bud. Appreciate it. Ziploc bags, yeah, Lauren. I'm kind of thinking about each different part of first aid, right? So all my Band-Aids in one Ziploc bag, and I love that idea. I've got good gallon baggies that seal really good, and good quart baggies. So I'm thinking about everything separate. So if I need one thing, I just grab that bag and I have it in Ziploc baggies, and then into my first aid bag. Then that first aid bag into either a big Ziploc baggie or into like a small plastic waterproof container. That's kind of, now my other thought was Plano makes those big 3,700 boxes that are deep. They're the big 3,700 boxes are about that deep. So my other thought was, like Lauren said, everything separate in Ziploc bags. I only grab, have a lot of small Ziploc bags. So I need Band-Aids. I got one bag of Band-Aids, right? Put it into one of those big, deep 3,700 boxes that are waterproof, and then put that away. So that may be an option too. But yeah, I love the Ziploc bag idea. The more I fish, Jeremy just made a good idea too. Awesome idea, Jeremy. The more I fish, the more I use Ziploc bags. They're pretty cool. Jeremy, great idea. I've got, above my arch, I've got a bag that holds 3 life jackets, and there's some space in there. What a perfect spot for my first aid kit. Jeremy, you're a genius. That's not a bad idea either. I like that idea too. Jeez. Dennis says he now has his throw rope and bag at the ready. Boom. There we go. Oh, Dougie. Bought one of those Coleman flat coolers. I know exactly what you're talking about. I got 2 in my garage. Put it under his port front seat for safety items. I got 2 of those in my garage. We bought those for a graduation party Carol had to make cheesecakes for. We got 2 of them. Man, you guys are brilliant. I like that, Dougie. Yeah, Lauren. I wouldn't use sealable bags. I would just use. I think you're talking to John Sazalka. Yeah. I just Ziplocs that you can just close and open real quick, right, and then just reseal them. I wouldn't heat, and then again put all those baggies in something that's waterproof. That's the big thing. The big thing is your outer container has to be waterproof. That's what I'm finding out. Well, there you go. Jeff Frillis says Food Saver makes Ziploc bags that you can vacuum seal. They open just like a Ziploc. Man, we're solving the world's problems. Look at that. I do like that small cooler idea though, Dougie. I'm not so sure that if I could fit two of those on both sides and then put stuff on top, right? So now you've got waterproof storage on the bottom, and everything else that needs to go in there is in there, and then you've got storage on top of it, so you can use all your storage, but then that waterproof container is on the bottom, so when the water comes in, nothing gets wet because all the stuff that isn't in waterproof containers is above. Boy, I like that. I like that. Oh, I always have toilet paper, Randy. Don't worry about that. Yeah, John. Cole makes a flat cooler. It's. I wouldn't say it's flat. It's probably 8 inches high. It's longer and wider, and it's like 8 inches high. So I know Carol did a bunch of cheesecakes for a graduation party a couple years ago, and she was able to get, I think, three 12-inch cheesecakes in each of those. And then they stack on top of each other. They're very easy to stack. They're really cool. Any suggestions for good info out of Augre? Again, Eddie, we got a few guys that fish out of Augre. I have to figure out where we can get you some good information all the time. Doug says, plenty of room for Doug. Thank you. I'm going to get some, I'll tell you what, I'm going to make my wife happy because I'm going to make me happy. I'm going to take care of my storage problem on the pontoon. I love it. And I'm going to get some stuff out of my garage. Doug, you just killed 2 birds with 1 stone. You're my hero today. Gold star to Doug Ward. So if I put 1 on each, put 2 in each side, and then put the stuff that isn't in, like I have extra lure boxes and extra stuff obviously in there. And stack that stuff on top so now the bottom stays dry. Oh, I love it. Dougie. Amazing. Look at that. Just got to talk about it. Lawrence has bought the new ACR Rapid Ditch, not waterproof, but floats up to 15 pounds. Yep. And I don't think they're really designed to be waterproof. I think they're designed to put all your stuff in one spot. They do float, designed to get in the water. So like I have Lauren, back to what Lauren said, so again, this kind of all comes together. I have some flares in there. All my flares are in one Ziploc baggie. I have my PLB in there. It's in a Ziploc baggie. I have a handheld marine radio. It's in a Ziploc baggie. So my stuff is all in there, but it's also got one extra layer of protection. So if it does get in the water and I don't need it right away, it's not getting soaked as it goes through. I like that. Man, oh man, good ideas, guys. Augray's been pretty slow. There you go, Eddie. I wouldn't trust anybody more than I would trust Scott Keen. So there you go. All right, let's talk about PFDs real quick. You know, we talked about the situation that Dean and I had. So I want to kind of show you what I found out. So these are the PFDs that we had. So these are the type 1s. These are just plain, they're flat. As you can see, they're not very big. They're beauty. They're beauty for us as charter guys because we have to have, on the pontoon, I have to carry 8 adults and I carry 2 child. That's a lot of stuff to store because they are an absolute pain in the rear end to store. So that's part of our thought process about why we do what we do. And I hope there's some charter guys listening because I want you to understand this. We do these because they're fairly inexpensive. I think we buy these for $35, $40, whatever they are. I don't know. And they're very, very easy to store, right? They bend, they collapse. You know, we put a light on them up here, right? There's a little spot for a light. We're gonna talk about that in a second. There's a little spot for a light, so you got your light on there. Hey, you put your MC numbers on there, and you're legal. And the Coast Guard guy says, check, pass. All right. So here was part of our problem. They come out of the box like this. So here's the strap. I'm gonna show you. So again, remember, Dean and I, we had a problem. We got through it, but look at what would have happened. Again, I'm legal. I check all the boxes for my inspection. I can go charter fishing. And I'm going to tell you, what I'm going to show you is what 95% of the charter guys have in their boat. So we have these. We got them out of the bag. We put our MC numbers on. We put them in our boat. Now we have an emergency. So now we go to unbuckle, right? Now we want to put this on. So we take the buckle off. And you notice I'm in a controlled environment, right? And I can't get this off because the strap is pulled so tight to keep it tight. So I've got to get the strap off. So now the strap is off. So now I'm left with this. This is how they come. This is how they are. This is how they were in my boat. Well, I can't get into that. So now I have to physically take all the strap off. Okay, well, still stuck. Can't get into that. Right? Can't get into that. I got this much strap, right? So now what I have to do, because the way these are packaged to be tight, is now what I have to do is open up this big giant. So now look at the boat's going down. The boat's going down. The boat's going down, right? So now I got this big giant strap. Now I've got to get this on. I got to open this up wide enough that I can get my fat butt in it, right? Get my head through here, get my jacket on, and then put my... Dude, it ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. Then once you do get this on, this is on like this. You can't move at all. You have to grab your light, right? The lights that we have, you hold and you turn to turn them on. You can't get your second hand up here to get your light on. Here's your light. You can't get it on. And when you do put these on, because there's only one strap holding them, they're going to instantly go like this. The only thing that's going to hold that down is the tightness of the strap. You can't do anything. If you have these in your boat, this style life jacket, if you're a charter guy and you're listening, if you have this type of jacket in your boat, cut it up, cut it in pieces, throw it away. Someone's going to die thinking that they are safe with those jackets in their boat. I'm telling you, someone's going to die. And that just absolutely turns my stomach. And I never would have thought that until we had a situation. That makes me sad. That thing needs to be thrown away. It needs to be cut up, taken to the trash, thrown away so no one else can grab it and use it. Throw it away. So, now what do we do? So now what do we do?
Makes me sad.
So I came with two options.
That thing needs to be thrown away. It needs to be cut up, taken to the trash, thrown away so no one else can grab it and use it. Throw it away.
All right, so I went and looked for two different options. So I got two different options. So this is a Stearns Type 1 vest. Obviously, so all you guys who are out here as charter captains are going, where the hell am I going to put this? And I'm going to tell you this. If you're a charter captain and you're worried about where to put it, stop. Because something's going to happen on your boat, and your first responsibility is the safety of your crew. You might have to take out a few tackle boxes, but you need to get the right life jackets because someone's going to die with those other ones in your boat. I'm telling you. You can do what you want. I just want it on record that I made that statement that someone's going to die thinking they're going to be safe with that life jacket. I want that on record. So I went and found two different styles. So this is a Stearns, and here's the beauty. This has sides. You put this on just like a regular jacket. You open it up, you put it on, boom, it goes on just like a regular jacket. You've got sides over here so it can't slide up. And then you've got two straps. You secure the top, you secure the bottom, you pull it tight, and then you're good to go. You actually have some mobility because the jacket is actually pulled down around your torso, not flying right up around your neck because there's no place to hold it down. These side pieces, right, like on a regular vest, hold it down. You can also use these straps in the front. So these two straps in the front right here, these two straps right here actually pull this. So you can actually adjust how you float in the water by being able to tighten or loosen how the collar is around your neck. Yes, pain in the ass. I'm going to tell you that I'm going to lose the whole left side of my boat on the pontoon. That all that storage on the left side is going to be gone because right now I've got all my life jackets plus a few little extra things in there. I'm going to lose all my storage space on the left side to put these in. Here's what I know. If something happens in my boat, my people will live. I honestly cannot tell you that what I have in the boat now, those other ones, would that my customers would survive. I can't tell you that. This I know they will. They're 10 seconds to get on. They're adjustable. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my light and my whistle right here. So now it's actually going to float in front of me, not up here out of the way where I can't reach it. It's going to be on a little bit of string, going to float out in front of me. Boop, boop, boop. And I actually bought water-activated lights. So as soon as they hit the water, they're activated. So I spent 19 bucks on a light instead of 4. Times 10 in the pontoon and times 7. So 17 times I spent 15 more dollars. There's another, $100 to buy the right lights and the right whistles to attach here, not up here. On another jacket that's up here, you can't get to it. That's the Stearns. This one I really like. This one I think has, let me check. This is an adult. This is, one size fits most adults. And they do make a child version. This one has, trying to see if it tells me. This has 22 pounds of flotation in it. It's a sturdy jacket. It's made by Stearns. This is another one that I like. This is made by Kent. You'll also see it by other different names, but this is made by Kent. So the Stearns is an look at. If I was buying for just me, I'd buy the Stearns without question. There wouldn't be a second thought about it. This is the Kent. Again, a side panel, so it's not going to ride up. 2 adjustments, so strap in the top, strap on the bottom. So again, I'm got 2 adjustments instead of just one single strap. And again, I can adjust my flotation collar by pulling here. I've got a spot. These actually come with a whistle, and they've given you a little slot right here, so you can put your light and your whistle and actually be able to get to it. I like this. This is 22 pounds of flotation, so same amount of flotation. A little smaller, a little more compact. I think I found these, and I'll get you guys these links. I think I found these for like 35 bucks a piece. The Sterns were, I think, 60, 65. I think I found these Kents for like 35. They're gonna be a little easier to store. I would trust either one of these, the Kent or the Sterns. I would trust either one of these. If you told me tomorrow I was gonna sink, I would have the Sterns in my boat. I think I just made a decision. If you told me tomorrow I was going to be on the water and I was going to sink, I would buy the Sterns, not the Kent. They are bigger. They are going to be harder to store. They just feel bulkier. They actually fit better. I tried them both on. It fits better. It's a little more adjustable. There's more flotation in the back of the neck, so your neck sits, you know, if you are in a situation where you are in the water and need to be turned upright, maybe you're tired or unconscious, this I think will do a better job of turning upright than this will. You know, but again, 30 bucks extra times, 10 and 17 times 30, you're talking about an extra 500 bucks to equip my boats with these as opposed to these. But again, if you told me tomorrow, Lance, you're going to be on a boat and you're going to sink and nothing to do about it, pick a life jacket, I would pick the Sterns. Without question, I would pick the Sterns. Not that I don't think the Kent would do the job. The Kent would do the job without question. I would have no problem giving one of these to someone in my boat and say, here, we're going down, put this on. They're going to survive. I feel very, very strongly about that. The first one I showed you, no way. This one I feel very, very strongly about. These are a little less expensive. But if you're telling me, Lance, your boat's going to go down tomorrow and you're going to spend the night in the water, pick your jacket, I would grab the Sterns. So, again, Lauren said 65 at Amazon. That's why I got these. I didn't do a lot of looking, so I really didn't care. I just wanted one of each. I was on Amazon. I bought them each from Amazon. I think Jim Steele sent me a link to the Kents from one of the places in New York that he buys his stuff from. I think the Kents were $34.99. I haven't shopped for the Sterns. I'll do some shopping for the Sterns. I don't know if, hopefully one of my wholesale suppliers actually carries that Sterns. And we'll go from there. Will they fit big guys? I had no problem getting them on. I know the bottom strap is really adjustable. The top strap, if you're really big, the top strap may be an issue. But I don't know if they make a bigger jacket. And that was one of the things that we had a conversation about at the doctor. How many of us could survive being in the water for 4 or 5 hours with the physical shape that we're in? How many of us are physically strong enough to help a buddy get into the boat? Now look at, I get it. There's health issues, right? I've got this, I got that. I ripped my shoulder up when I was a kid. I got two replacement knees. I'm okay with all that. But how many of us are at a point where we can't do what we need to do because of how we live and what we eat. Now, I'm preaching to the choir, so I'm looking right at the fat guy sitting there in the screen right now and saying, you know, could I save my life, or am I physically fit enough, both aerobically with air capacity and strength? If I had to pull Dean into the boat, if Dean was hurt and I had to pull him in the boat, could I do that? I probably could not. I can fix that. There's things I can't fix. There's things that are busted on me that it can't be fixed. That is what it is. I get it. But I don't think any of us, there aren't things we can fix. I think for me, being in the water was a big wake-up call in a lot of different ways. My safety protocol isn't as good as it should be. My safety equipment is not as good as it should be. I am not physically fit as I could be. Forget physically fit enough, right? Forget physically fit. Am I as physically fit as I can be? And that's a question I think all of us need to ask ourselves. Am I as physically fit as I can be? I think 99% of us here watching today, there's 100 people right now watching. I'm going to tell you 99 of us, including this guy, that answer is no. I'm not as physically fit as I can be. We got to fix that. We got to fix that. Again, that's me preaching to me. So a couple questions. There you go. Jimmy Steele just posted that link there to the Kent. And again, that Kent's an awesome jacket. I would guess, Clay, with both with 22 pounds and both the way they're built, I can't imagine that any one of those would float much different than the other. They fit exactly the same. They feel exactly the same on my body. The Kent is a little more comfortable on the neck because there's not as much stuff. The stern's a little more bulky, but it's because there's a collar and a flap to float you and turn you upright. So I'm definitely not jumping in the water. Maybe I'll jump in a pool, but I doubt that's going to happen. Jason Kelly, Hamilton Marine, $40. Jimmy Steele posted the link. Thank you, Jimmy. The problem is, Terry, I guarantee you that you don't have type 1s. The jackets on the back of your seat are type 3s. We can't have those as charter captains. We have to have type 1s. So type 3s we can't use. So the typical vest that you guys buy, right? You walk into Bass Pro Shops or Cabela's or whatever, and you got the little vest, the vest that we wear, not the inflatable, the regular vest. Those are type 3s. We can't have those on the boat. Let me back up. We're required to have type. We can't have just those on the boat. Now remember, the difference is a type 1. Type 1 is not guaranteed, but it has a high possibility of turning an unconscious person face up. That's a type 1. A type 2 may turn an unconscious person face up. A type 3 will never turn an unconscious person face up because there's not enough flotation in the collar. There is no flotation collar. So type 1s are what they call offshore vests. They are designed to turn 90-95% of unconscious people face up. Type 2s will turn about 50% of unconscious people face up. Type 3s have zero guarantee to turn you face up if you're unconscious. So type 3s, and Steve finally asked me about the inflatables. Look at here's what an inflatable is, and I hope I've never ever I hope I've made this clear. And if you go back and listen, again, it's like the color thing, right? If you listen to what I said on all my safety talks, I've told you from the start that the only life jackets in your boat should not be a type 3 vest like Terry has on the back of his seat or an inflatable. You should always have type 1s in your boat. You're not going to wear them because they're uncomfortable to wear, but if you have time and there's a situation in your boat, you go, oh, we're in trouble, you need to take your inflatable, your type 3 off and get in a type 1. Because an inflatable or a type 3 is not going to save your life if you're in the water an hour or two. Those are designed for, whoops, I go to net a fish, I go over the back, my buddy's got time to clear lines, come back and pick me up. That's what an inflatable and a type 3 is designed for. They're not designed for, whoops, we're going down, I got my inflatable, poof, you ain't gonna survive. That's not what they're made for. They're made for accidents, right? So those type 3s, the ones that you wear, inflatables or the typical vest you have over the back of your seat and you just wear, those are made for accidents. Whoops, I slipped over the back of the boat. Whoops, I went to set the hook, the line broke and I went over. Now my buddy can come back and get me. That's what those are designed for. Type 3 jackets are designed for accidents. Type 1 jackets are designed for situations. Do you all understand the difference between an accident? Whoops, I didn't know it was going to happen. Type 1s are designed for situations. Uh-oh, we got a problem. Get your inflatable off, get a type 1 on. Two completely different things. I would never ever tell you not to wear a type 3 jacket or a type 3 inflatable. You should have one of those on all the time because there is going to be an accident and you're going to go in and go, whoops, now your buddy can reel in lines, get all done, come back and get you. You're going to float down the Detroit River and someone's going to grab you. The minute you go, uh-oh, we got a problem. I got a hose broke. I got this broke. We got a leak in the boat. Oops. You need to get those type 3s off and put a type 1 on. So even though all you're required to have in the boat is a type 3, I would tell you if you just have a, especially if you go out to the Detroit River or you fish any place where it's really, really cold, spring or fall or winter, or you fish on the Great Lakes at any time, you need to have a type 1. Now, look, if you're going out to Lobdell Lake, you're going out to Lake Panema, you're going out to Lake Nipissing, you're going to Ford Lake or Belleville Lake, put on your type 3 and call it good. Right? But if you're going to hit the Great Lakes or the Detroit River or the St. Clair River, or you're going to fish, March, April, October, November, December when it's cold, you need to have a type 1 in your boat because you will not survive if there's a situation with that type 3 jacket on. Not going to happen. So type 3s, the inflatables and the regular jackets are for accidents. It should be on all the time. That's why I get frustrated when I see a guy, he's got a type 3 jacket, it's over the back of his seat. Well, the whole idea of that type 3 is not to save your life. The idea of that type 3 is if you go to net a fish and fall over, you're in. And here's what I'm going to tell you guys. You're in the water. Unless you are 100% physically fit and 100% able. So you didn't bop your head, you didn't hit your elbow, you're able to tread water, there's not a 1.5 foot waves. If it's not completely flat calm and you're in your swimsuit or a pair of shorts and a shirt like you are in the summertime, if you've got rain gear on or boots on, you are not, listen, please listen, you are not going to be able to put a type 3 life jacket on when you're in the water. You are not going to be able to put on a type 3 life jacket in the water. You cannot put it on when you're in the water. I'm telling you, try it. Put on a pair of long johns, put on the rain gear you're going to wear in the Detroit River, put on your boots, hop in a pool in the deep end, have somebody throw you a type 3 and try to put it on. Not going to happen. You're dead. So if you're going to have a type 3 on the boat, put the damn thing on. Not over the back of your seat. Well, I got them. Okay, great. Well, you just went in netting a fish. Where's your life jacket? Back of your seat. Well, by the time I take it off the back of the seat, open up the 3 buckles, if I'm trolling 2 miles an hour, you're now 100 yards behind me. If you're in the Detroit River and you go to set the hook on a fish and the line breaks and you go ass over tea kettle in and you're going down the river at 2 miles an hour, and you go, hey, toss me my life jacket, and you've got on heavy boots, and you've got on heavy clothing, and you've got on rain gear, and maybe a pair of gloves, and you're trucking down the Detroit River, and the water's 40 degrees, and you went, the minute you went in and sucked in a bunch of water, by the time a guy takes the life jacket out the back of your seat, unbuckles the 3 buckles, and throws it to you, you're dead. I'll make it simple for you. Either have a Type 3 in your boat and wear it, because you're required to have a Type 3 or better for every person. Do one of two things. Have a Type 3 in your boat, a vest or an inflatable, and wear it all the time, or don't have them at all, put a Type 1 in there and go, well, the only thing I'm going to do is save my life if there's a situation. Don't kid yourself that a Type 3 on the... Terry, I'm sorry, I don't want to see anything bad happen to anybody. Don't kid yourself that a Type 3 on the back of your jacket, even though the Coast Guard may go by and go, you've got life jackets, don't kid yourself that's going to save you if you go over. You're never going to get it on. Think about what a Type 3 is. It's 3 panels held together. So I unbutton those 3 buckles. You're in the water floating away from the boat. I throw it out there. Now there's 3 panels floating. What you have to do in the water while you're trying to go down and the jacket's trying to go up is you have to get your arm in one of those panels. And now that jacket's floating. You got to get yourself turned around and get the current or the wind right so you can get your arm in that other panel and snap the jacket. While you're trying to stay afloat, while you're trying to not suck in water, while your only safety is driving away from you. You're not going to do it. You're dead. You're dead. If you're going to have a Type 3 in the boat and go, I got Type 3s, I'm legal, put the damn thing on and don't take it off till the boat's tied up at the dock. If you're not going to wear it, take it out of the boat, put a Type 1 in. You're legal. You have at least a Type 3. A Type 1 is better than a Type 3. Have one for each person and go, the only way I'm going to worry about saving myself is if I have time to get ready for a situation. There you go. Just admit that to yourself, because that's what you're doing with a Type 3. If you think you're going to save yourself with a Type 3 on the back of your seat or on the front deck or in a compartment or an inflatable over sitting on your seat because you don't want to wear it when you're fishing, you're kidding yourself. The whole point of those is to save you from an accident. A Type 1 is designed for a situation. 2 different things. There, I said my piece. The sterns. Look at, I'm going to tell you what, if there's 100 guys watching and 95 get pissed at me and go, what an asshole this guy is, who's he to tell me? Okay, I'm okay with that. But if 5 people go, that makes sense, and one of those 5 come back next year because they had an accident, I'm okay with pissing off 95 people. I'm just, this whole safety thing, and again, look at, I've been an advocate of safety for a long time. I'll tell you what, if I would have been in a situation where my boat was going down with Dean the other night, instead of the situation we were in where it was controllable and we could take care of it, somebody in my boat, I had 6 customers and Dean and I, if that would have been a situation where the boat was down, we were in the water, somebody in my boat would not have survived. I'm going to tell you plain and simple. Somebody in my boat would not have survived that if we had to go through all of that to get ready. If you don't think that wakes you up, then you're wrong. If you don't think that fires you up, you're wrong. And if you don't think I'm going to get fired up and tell you about it, you're wrong. You don't know me very well. All right, so this is a model, the sterns is a model 429-06. Let me grab some comments here, and then I'm going to kind of get you a link to these. Boy, I'm fired up today. Exactly. Jim Steele says one of the first questions the Coast Guard will ask during a distress call is, do all passengers have life jackets on? There's a reason they ask that question. Without doubt, there are questions. So Lauren's got a Type 1 and he puts it over his seat. I love that idea, right? Again, the Type 3s are for an accident. Oh, come on. I've got a little issue here, so I hope we didn't die. All right, Lauren says an inflatable is not considered illegal unless it's on your body. Great point. If your inflatable cannot be your inflatable has to be on to work. Okay. Some great questions. Oh my gosh, great questions here. A self-inflator will go off. Absolutely, that's what it's designed to do, right? Terry has a Type 3 vest. So again, Terry, that's not going to turn you. If something happens to you, even if you have it on, you have an accident, let's say you go over and you bonk your head on the motor trying to net a fish, and you're unconscious, that Type 3 is not going to turn you upright. You're going to float face down and be dead. But a Type 3 on, if you do have that accident and bonk your head, gives the people in your boat enough time to react and come back and get you that they wouldn't have if you didn't have it on. Does that make sense? And I can't imagine anything worse than having to go to a funeral of somebody I know that drowned in a fishing accident. And I can't imagine anything worse than going to a funeral of someone drowned in a fishing accident from one of my guys. Because then I would feel like I've completely failed. Tom, Chief, says, what about life jackets for flotation? Okay, so life jackets for flotation, Striker ice suits, Mustang survival suits, Stearns makes one. Those are not certified by the Coast Guard. So if you have a flotation suit, it is not a Type 3 jacket. You still have to have a Type 3 life jacket in the boat to be legal. Now, wearing one of those, it's the same thing as a Type 3. It's going to give me the ability to come back and get you quickly before you go under if you didn't have it on. So yeah, they're a great idea. But again, they're not going to save your life over a long-term situation because they're not designed to turn you upright. If you're unconscious, they're designed to help you tread water. So if you're unconscious or can't move your arms, they're not going to help you. But they do give you some help in an accident. You go over in an accident. It's not something I would wear in a situation. Do you guys understand the difference between an accident and a situation? I hope you do. Right? Look if I'm sitting here at home and poof, I get a puff of smoke out of my light socket here and a little touch of fire, I grab a fire extinguisher and shh, right? I'm good. I got a fire extinguisher, boom, good. Hey, I had an accident. Well, my whole house catches on fire. I don't sit there with a fire extinguisher going, I call the freaking fire department to go get everybody over here. I got a situation. Type 3s are for accidents. Type 1s are for situations. Be prepared for both. Whew. Jeremy Crosby. Every serious fisherman should take a water survival class. You know what? I would have said no 2 weeks ago. I'm saying absolutely 100% yes today. Every serious fisherman should take a water survival class. His air crew training in the Marines taught us how to survive in the water. You guys have all seen that cold water boot camp video, I hope. Maybe I'll send a link to Mike and he can put it back up. You you literally, in 50-degree water, you literally have minutes until you lose all your ability to do anything. To dial a phone, to push a button on a radio, to do anything. You have minutes. In 70-degree water, you have maybe 15 minutes. It's a good way back, isn't it? Did you miss me? An inflatable is not considered legal unless it's on your body. Thank you, Lauren. Tom, life jackets, flotation, we covered those. Look at the guys that almost died in a boating accident not too long ago. Out of this spring or last winter, out of Sterling, they got caught in the net. They had survival suits on, but I guarantee you, if you ask them today, they go, "Huh, wish I would have had a Type 1 on." Tommy says, "Great point. Challenge every kayaker." Yeah, those guys. Don't get me started on kayaks. I challenge every kayaker that I see go by with a PFD on on their deck to jump in the water and try to put it on. Try it in a pool. Jump in a pool. I'm telling. And look at, and especially you guys like me who are a little fitness challenged, a little fat in the belly, not physically fit, not a lot of strength, don't have a lot of lung capacity. Hop in the pool with people there. Try to put a life jacket on. You're not going to do it. You're going to end up gasping for air, swimming for the shallow end as fast as you can so you don't die. Now imagine if that happens on the lake. You're panicked and scared. There's 1.5 foot waves. You're done. And that became clear when I had to go in the water with Dean. Was I have got myself to a point physically with lack of strength, lack of lung capacity, that as much as my will to live would be, I couldn't save myself, let alone somebody else. That's scary. It's time. Guys, it's time to stop with the fast food. It's time to stop with the 13 helpings of spaghetti. It's time to stop with 14 pieces of bread. It's time to stop. It's time to stop. Find something that works for you and make a difference. I don't care if it's a pound a month. Make a difference. Change your life. Again, I'm talking to the fat guy on the screen right now. There are people who need you around, people who want you around. And if it's something that you can control, why are you not controlling it? So Jeremy says their training taught them how to efficiently float, tread water, and a ton of other stuff. Jeremy, maybe if you get a chance sometime, shoot me an email. I'm going to send you my email address. Send me, do you know somebody that maybe teaches that class or kind of, I think that'd be good. I think one of the things we need to do when we get back to normal here, whatever normal is going to be, when we get a chance to get together, I think one of the things we need to do at Walleye 101, Teachin Fishin, our gang, we need to have first aid training as a group. We need to go through CPR training as a group, and I think that water survival training would be another fantastic idea to offer to the group. Right, let's not forget that when accidents happen, there's panic. Absolutely. Enough is enough. Boy, Ray, I'll tell you what. David, I saw, you need to send me an email. I saw your message and I don't know where it was. And by the time I went back to look for it again, I couldn't find it. So, again, don't use Messenger. Messenger is awful. Number one, I can't do anything with Messenger. Number two, I have 8 different Facebook accounts. So if you send me a Messenger at one, I'm like, okay, somebody sent me a Messenger, and maybe you send it to Teachin Fishin or one of the other ones, and I can't find it. I can't get it again. So I've asked you guys multiple times, please don't use Messenger. Don't ever use Messenger. I'm actually thinking about killing it. And I'm finding out that some of my email addresses aren't right either. Some old stuff that's still out there. So David, I sent you a link, walleye101info@gmail.com. Send me an email today. I'm assuming you're telling me you definitely don't need Friday afternoon is what you told me. I'm assuming that's what that is. But send me an email and let me know, please. And to all you guys listening, walleye101info@gmail.com. Use that email address. It's on all my phones. It's on all my devices. I get it everywhere. Okay? Stop using Messenger. I'm talking to all you guys. Stop using Messenger. Stop using Messenger. Okay, because I have all these accounts, and I see it, and I'm like, oh, where was it? The next thing you know, 6 days later, I get on Messenger on another account and go, oh, that was from a week ago. That's what I was supposed to answer. And Messenger disappears. Once I look at it one time, I have no idea where it is. My email stays until I delete it. So don't use Messenger. And I think all of our messengers now have a forward address. I'm going to say, thank you for sending us a messenger. Please send us an email. I think they're all set up that way. So, David, yes, I'm looking forward to Friday very much. Shoot me an email. All right, let me find this Stearns jacket. Let me send you a link so you it won't be a link to where to buy it. I'll let you kind of go figure out where to buy it. But let me get you. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna. Actually, if I remember right, the Stearns website sucked. If I remember right. So here is. This is kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't like that one. I was really hoping to find a jacket with a good type 1 with a crotch strap, but I couldn't find one with a crotch strap. All right, so here is the Stearns. This is the cheapest I can find it right now, just real quick looking. So $61 is the cheapest I've seen it. So here is so I'm gonna give you, actually, you know, I'm gonna give you the Amazon link because the other links are just way too long. Oops, don't want Amazon Music. You can buy it from Amazon or not. I don't care. You know, I know some people hate Amazon, and you know, I get all that. But I'm going to give you there it is right there. No, that's not it right there. I'm going to give you the link so you can get it. You know, there's one thing Amazon does do is they have very, very good descriptions and very good reviews of items. So. And they are $82, so they are a little expensive on Amazon. So don't buy them from there, but this will be the model number. So I'm going to give you the link. Oop. That's terrible. So there's the link to the Stearns vest right there. Yeah, I saw him for $64, Lauren. Let me find that other link. Walmart has them for $85. Yeah, it looks like this other one that's $59 is not the same jacket. Yeah, so that may be right. That price might be the best one. So, anyway, that's what it is. There's $82 at Amazon. So you guys can do some searching. So that's what it is. So, and again, all right. So there we are. So that's you know, let's kind of wrap up today. Rusty, get with me if you guys are still going to Winnebago. I think I saw something that you guys are going to Winnebago or somewhere. Shoot me an email if you still want to get together. Walleye101info@gmail.com. Shoot me an email, not a text, not a messenger. Please send me an email. So if you learn nothing today, wear your Type 3 life jackets, have a Type 1 life jacket in your boat, and don't send messengers. Send emails. I know it's a pain in the butt. I know Messenger is easy. I get it. but Messenger is hard to receive. uh, so, yeah. So I think there's another link on here. I just found the fastest one I could find. I know mine came with a whistle. There it is right there, $78. Let me go through my Amazon account and let me find my orders here. Yeah, so I found them for $82, and I had some Amazon points. So Lauren, if you have a link to that Stearns at Amazon, if you could share it, that'd be awesome. So all right, I'm going to be in the office all day today cleaning. I will try to get some stuff later tonight when I'm done. Go home, take my laptop to the house. I'll try to find. I'll do a little more research on these life jackets. If you guys find something really, really good, let us know. So anyway, all right, good to see you guys. Good to be back. I appreciate a lot of people reached out over the last couple weeks and said hi. I appreciate that very, very much. We're doing okay. There's a big story underlying a lot of this stuff, but that's not to share here. But we're doing okay. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for a lot of guys reached out. The last couple weeks. No catch today, Phil. We're going to slide catch to Tuesdays, so we will have catch tomorrow at 7:30. So we'll do catch tomorrow 7:30 to 8:30. We're going to kind of keep that on Tuesdays because one thing you will see beginning in August, which is started next week, so next Monday, I am going to a very, very, very structured, rigid schedule. Again, it's going to make some people upset. Chances are pretty good because I'm pulling doubles almost every day. Chances are pretty good if you send me an email on Wednesday, it probably won't get answered till Monday. A typical day for me, I leave here at 5:45, or 4:45 in the morning. Get up to the boat a little before 6, sit down, have a little something to eat, go get gas in the boat, get the boat together, talk to a few of the captains, get the boat ready to go. So, I'm up at 4:45, on the water till 12:30, clean fish, have a little bite to eat, go back to the boat, get the boat all cleaned up, go get gas for the second trip, take my second trip out at 3:30 or 4 o'clock, get back in at 8:15, clean fish, back on the road at 9:15, get home at 10:15, to be back up the next day at 4:45. So I get it. I wish I could be 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I can't. So the plan is to set aside 4 hours on Monday and 4 hours on Tuesday to take care of emails, to take care of orders, to take care of situations. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm guiding. Sunday is my family day, and it's going to stay that way. So that's just how it is. If your Lawrence takes a dump at 8 o'clock on Thursday night, I'm going to be honest with you right now, I'm probably not going to be here to help you. That's why email is important. Send an email. There are other guys watching the email that can help. I need to get a structure in my life so what I can do is be the best I can be for everybody. Because right now I'm trying to be the best I can be for everybody all the time at everything, and I'm sucking at all of it. I'm not the best charter captain I can be. I'm not the best seminar speaker I can be. I'm not the best coffee hour host I can be. I'm not the best husband I can be. I'm not the best writer I can be. Pick one. And it's starting to mentally wear on me. So for me to be really, really good, to be the best coffee hour host I can be every time, to be the best catch host I can be every time, to be the best answer of your fishing questions I can be when you have them, to be the best husband I can be, to be the best charter captain I can be. I need to have a schedule and a structure. I can't do it all. I can't be on the boat with customers trying to answer everybody's questions via email. I can't. So I'm going to ask you guys, to be a little more patient. And look, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be point blank blunt. If some of you go, that's not what I need. I can get that from anybody. Have at it. Find your anybody. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. That's hard for me to say, but I'm okay with that. If we're no longer your somebody for fishing information because we're not available 24 hours a day and you can't call my personal cell phone at 8 o'clock on Sunday and you're mad that I don't answer, I think that's a you problem, not a me problem. Because if you don't get the fact by now that I really do care and I really do want to help and I will do anything I can to help, then you're not going to get it. So you're going to find somebody else to help you, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I don't want you to leave, but I'm okay with that. So we'll put a structure together. We will stick hard to that structure. Doesn't mean that I won't answer an email on Wednesday or Thursday if I only have a single trip. Doesn't mean that. It just means that don't expect. The problem is everybody's gotten to the point where you send me a text at 10:15 and I don't answer by 10:17. You send me a text, did you get my text? Well, yeah, I got it. Your phone should say delivered. It means I have it. It means I don't have an answer for you right now. So anyway, I don't want to get off that because today's been good. Today's been nice. It's been good to be back. It's good to see all you guys. Yeah, it's a good day today. I feel good. I got that PFD thing out. I'm fired up about that. I got a full day here with Carol. I got some stuff I have to do. I got a full day scheduled tomorrow for after catch at 7:30 tomorrow. I got a full day of content creation tomorrow that I haven't done in months. I'm looking forward to it. I got some writing to do. I got some stuff to send to Mike to get on the website. I've got some video stuff I got planned I want to do. So tomorrow's going to be content creation and taking care of some customers. Today's going to be cleaning the office, taking care of some customers. I'm eating better. I'm back on my eating program where I lost 50-some pounds last year. I felt great. I'm back on that. Started that yesterday. Today is day 2. I'm back onto that. I'm learning that not being okay, it's okay to not be okay, as we talked about over coffee hour. I'm learning that to not be okay is okay, but when you're not okay, you got to figure out why you're not okay and start getting okay. So that's where we're at. Anyway, all right, don't forget, subscription service is still rolling. We got the $50 discount until the end of the year. Tomorrow is catch, and tomorrow night at 7:30 is our subscription service Q&A for the month of July. So 7:30 tomorrow night, 7:30 tomorrow morning is Christian Anglers from 7:30 to 8:30. And then remember, tomorrow night at 7:30 is our subscription service Q&A for this month. We're talking about, what did we talk about this month? Oh, spoons. Spoon fishing and depth control. So again, bring your questions. Last month was weed walleye, and it took a long time to start. If you got questions about lead core and jet divers and all that other stuff that goes with spoons, all the depth control devices and spoon fishing, have your questions ready if you're part of the subscription service, because our Q&A is tomorrow night at 7:30 on Tuesday. So be ready for that. Subscription service is still going. We've got one more trolling boot camp, August 8th. I think we might have one spot open. I'm not sure. We still got some good video stuff going on the teachinfishing.com website. Go through all that stuff, guys. Go through the Resource Center. Check out the articles. Check out all that. There's so much there that I guarantee you most of you haven't seen. Phil, I'm sending, I think, 16 articles to Mike today, so you'll have some new stuff to read. Lots of stuff going on over at Teachin Fishin. We need your help. We need your support. We need to know that you are watching, so we can keep moving forward and keep realizing that creating new content is worth doing. That's important. The more people that watch, the more people that are here, the more people that subscribe, the more we know the content's important, the more the content becomes a priority, the more we get good content to you guys. So it's kind of a vicious cycle, right? The more we produce, the more people watch, the more we do, the more it's just a big vicious cycle. All you guys have been faithful since the time we started this deal. So I appreciate that. So, all right, let's wrap it up. I did record this. I'm going to send this to Mike. So we should put it somewhere on the Teachin Fishin page so you can go back and watch it later. But I appreciate your time. It's so good to see everybody. Trust me, over this whole time, I thought about all of you in one way or another. I need you guys as much as I hope you need me. So it's been good. It's good. It's good to feel good. It's good to feel good and feel that's time to get back to normal business. So here we are. All right, guys, have a great day. I will check in with you again. Catch tomorrow morning at 7:30. And then the Teachin Fishin subscription service, our Q&A is 7:30 p.m. tomorrow night, Tuesday. We'll see you guys there. All right, guys, have a great day. Thank you for checking in. If we don't see you, we'll see you next Monday, 7 a.m. for coffee hour. Have a great week, guys.